Hey podcast listener, this is the THC Foodie, where you can get the scoop on the business of THC-infused foods. If you'd like to learn more about what we do, check out the THCfoodie.com and icecreamprivatelabel.com.
Ice pan is a pretty neat, simple concept. It's basically, I see it as a combination of Cold Stone Creamery and liquid nitrogen ice cream. So it's not as cold as liquid nitrogen, the freezing process, but it's as instantaneous. So you go up to the counter and you say, okay, I would like a chocolate ice cream. So they pour in this cup, regular whole milk, and then they add this little container of powder. My guess is in that container of powder, a couple tablespoons is emulsifier and maybe a locust bean gum. Maybe it's basically a stabilizer, natural-based stabilizer. Then they pour in the powder or the liquid chocolate, whatever you choose. Then they burr blend it. Then they take this concoction and they pour it in a pan that's round. It's probably 15 inches round by maybe 3 inches deep, flat, stainless. And it pours on like a crepe. So then they take these two stainless steel paddles and they start scraping the bottom. And they're scraping the product. So the product's freezing and they're folding it. And they're scraping it and they're folding it. After about 45 seconds, they start, the product turns from liquid to solid. They start slamming the product onto this pan because they want to punch the air out of it. So it is now like this glob of ice cream. They flatten it out. It went from maybe a 1/16 of an inch thick to maybe 1.5 inches thick. Then they put on nuts, candies, fruit. I chose a banana, so they slice the banana, put it on there. Then they mix it together. Then they scoop it up, put it in a cup. So the whole process took maybe 3 minutes. It's very interesting. It's very fast. It's very cool. It's different than liquid nitrogen that we've talked about in the past. There's no smoke. It's freezing's at 32 degrees. This is at 31 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's freezing temperature. The liquid goes on so thinly, like I said, like a crepe. It just immediately freezes. The nice thing about it is there's a variety of flavors. Everything is, each flavor is unique. You can get anything you want. There's probably 1,000 different combinations of flavors you could get. So I was very interested in this to the point where I sent this to a client, and because she was looking to do a business in California and looking at liquid nitrogen, I actually think that this is a more practical way of instantly freezing fresh product without all of the liquid nitrogen, because it's more cost efficient. It's still a show. It's still unique per customer. Every flavor is unique. Evidently, this process has been around for a long time. It's just coming into the States under a different name.
Could you potentially fold in THC? Like have an actual dosage already portioned out and then fold that into the serving? Would that work?
That would work. You know, when you're talking about the THC, it's in a oil-based liquid. So let's say it's coconut oil. Depending on the intensity of the THC would determine, you know, how much coconut oil that's infused would go into this, what my guess is about 5-ounce serving. So maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. Then you just fold it in. In this situation, because it's all cold manufactured, you could even put it in at the process of the burr blender. So by the time you pour it onto the pan, it's already incorporated in there. Or of course, you could just put some brownies in there that are infused.
Right. You could put ingredients in that are already infused and have those portioned out instead. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah. However, you're never at this stage, you're never going to see this because the way it's regulated, it needs to be pre-portioned and in a sealed package. So you're never going to see the THC product delivered this way unless you're at home.
Do you have a product or business you want to share? We want to know what you have to say. Leave us a comment on our website at thethcfoodie.com or on Twitter at SafeTHCFoods.